Oscar Isaac did some interviews where he shared not only a character he shares a lot more scenes with, but also Poe and Leia's relationship in Episode 9. Oh, also that the Skywalkers are completely done after this episode.
Don't get too proud of this technological terror you've constructed.
Okay, so first, Oscar Isaac shared that Poe actually shares a lot more scenes with C-3PO in Episode 9, and also that Anthony Daniels said that Episode 9 is the most fun he's had because he got to do the most fun things in this film, which makes me feel like the rumors about C-3PO being in a battle situation with a bunch of characters throwing their weapons on him is actually true. And hopefully it's actually funny and not yo mama jokes type funny. It will be fun to see C-3PO having a bigger role in this movie, so speculate like crazy what Poe is doing with C-3PO, because from other leaks we saw he goes on a mission with Chewie and Finn, and we haven't really seen a lot of leaks involving Poe and C-3PO together. Oscar also reconfirmed that Episode 9 is the final film and concludes the Skywalker story, saying, "It is the end of the entire Skywalker saga, 9 stories. This is the accumulation of the entire thing. What JJ's done and the entire Lucasfilm team is going to be incredibly fulfilling. It's also special for us because you get to learn a lot more things about these characters." So for people that thought they were gonna split Episode 9 into 2 films, I'm sorry. They just really want to get done with those pesky Skywalkers and just kill them off so they can move on to other things. Though with Oscar saying that the ending of Episode 9 is very fulfilling and closes out the saga, is he saying that from generic actor hype, or is he saying that as an actual Star Wars fan? And what else could we possibly learn that's shocking about the characters for the sequel trilogy? It would be really hard to shock me at this point. Next, Oscar did an interview where he was asked about Poe and Leia's relationship and how it was focused on in The Last Jedi. When asked if he was surprised at how Poe and Leia's relationship was such an emotional centerpiece of the film, Oscar responded, "I wasn't surprised because I remember we were doing that. We worked a lot and her and I worked together so much too, and we would talk about the scenes and we would, we got very tight during the shooting of that. So it was a beautiful thing to see, and it gets carried over into the new film." That it gets carried over into the new film is important because we know JJ is using unused footage of Carrie Fisher as Leia in Episode 9. We know that Leia and Poe have a special relationship. We learn that she specially recruited him for the Resistance through Poe's own comic series, and that she was grooming him to lead the Resistance one day when she dies. It was also later revealed that Poe and Leia had extra scenes together from the 2 previous films that were cut. And even with some of those relationship building scenes being cut, we still saw their dynamic continue in The Last Jedi, where Leia was trying to show him that he needs to not just be a hero, but also a leader. Though, that kinda got mucked up in the movie. Interestingly, there's talk they won't just use that old footage of scenes they actually had together, but they will take some of Leia's scenes, dub her over with lines to change what she said, and insert Poe. Though they did say they're going to try to keep as much of her original performance as possible. And apparently they have a lot of it because Carrie's brother Todd said last year that they have a lot of unused minutes. He said, "This is unused new content that could be woven into the storyline. That's what's going to give everybody such a great kick. It's going to look like it was meant to be, like it was shot yesterday. We're not allowed to talk about the details of anything, but we're thrilled at what's being done." So we could see Poe inserted in some of these scenes through filmmaking magic, as we know they are doing that with Rey's character with old Leia footage in 1 or more scenes. Oscar also assured an interviewer that Carrie Fisher is very present in Episode 9, stating, "We've thought about her so much. Her spirit is there in the film. Billie Lourd, her daughter, came and played a part that she played in the last film as well, last couple of films. Her spirit was definitely there with us, and we're missing her." What has me even more assured is Oscar went on to talk about how his character interacts with Leia, and they just didn't want her to disappear in Episode 9, saying, "It was definitely an unusual thing, but I also think it was right to engage with her character, and not just let it be something that fades away, but can really give it its proper, place of honor." Leia has fought for a really long time. I would love for her to pass the torch to the new generation and then retire somewhere, or maybe just, I don't know, enjoy her life a little bit before she dies? Though if we're following the pattern we've seen in the sequel trilogy, they'll probably just murder the fuck out of her. However, I'm still so happy to learn that Leia isn't being given a sudden off-screen death between films, and instead, hopefully, JJ will send her off with the love and respect she deserves.
Thanks so much for watching. Please like the video and subscribe for more Star Wars videos.